Alrighty. So, I'm back, obviously. Now, the only thing I didn't think about was what am I going to display while I'm doing stuff? So I just said, you know what, I'll just throw up, I think, my main monitor for now. Yeah, we'll do that. Do that. Throw in the chat. Let's use the big one. Yeah. All right, cool. We'll go from there. So, like I said, I just want to kind of do a casual post stream talk thing. Um, I do have the Witch from Mercury trailer here. I might as well bring that up. Let's see here. I should be able to. Oh, yeah, we'll do that. Perfect. Okay. So I'll give this a watch and go from there. I'm going to keep the audio on it off though, because at least I won't get audio DMCA'd. Although my headphones are friggin' loud. Holy smokes. I love the art. Oh my gosh. That's so short, but man, that was some really nice art. I'm really happy with that actually. I'm looking forward to that. Dang. I really hope that this quality stays for the entire duration of like whatever they do this for, and it's not just for this promotional, because that is clean. That is so clean. Holy crap. That's really nice. So yeah, there's not like really a ton to talk about here. That's why I said like probably maximum like half an hour we'd be sitting here and talking. Because like at the end of the day, there's not too much that's really gone on. The last week has been a lot of Rune Factory, and that's actually what I was doing even before the stream was just playing RF5. Man, so I got so mad earlier today. So I'd been playing RF5. I got to a really like climactic part in the story. Air quotes on climactic. It's climactic for Rune Factory. Really setting the bar high there. Um, and I didn't think that a plot related trigger would affect everyone outside of the cutscene, but it did, and it ruined a festival event. I was so mad because I didn't have another save to roll back to that didn't have me grinding for days and days and days. And I was just sitting there like, you can't actually be. I miss a festival day because of a story event. I was salt, man. FGO lottery ended. I actually did 0 boxes. I think this is one of the few times I've done 0. I just couldn't get the drive to do it. Like, I don't know, man. Like, for some reason, the FGO boxes just didn't appeal to me this time at all. At all. Say hi to the first main series female pro tag. Yeah, okay. The first main animated series female pro tag. I would argue that with Code Fairy, we had a female pro tag in the main series, as it were, with GBO2. If you consider GBO2 part of the main Gundam. But for animated, just like pure anime, yeah, first female pro tag. Did you see the Sin Chronicle? Actually, you know what? That is a great point. I downloaded it. I haven't even turned it on yet. Let's go right now. I have no idea what to expect. We're going into Sin Chronicle. That's a great point. All right. Didn't we have one with a manga too? Potentially. I'm not sure. Ooh, there is some serious delay between my phone screen and what's being shown on the capture card. Yikes. Yeah, I want to just get to the game here if we could. I don't want to see this trailer promotional stuff. Yeah. Doesn't matter if I want to agree to them or not. It's the only way I'm going to be playing your game. 403 megabyte? Yeah, sure, that's no problem. You just finished downloading. What else are you downloading? What? What's with the double dip? Cheeky. Alright. I can't hear the game audio, and I can't read the Japanese moon runes, so we're just going to skip the story here and see the gameplay. For my... I didn't even play Chain Chronicle, so I have no idea what to expect going in, but doing the absolute minimum research, it looks like it has a completely different battle system. Met someone, that's why he's been so preoccupied. No RF5. Yeah, okay, buddy. Okay. Sorry, guys, I haven't been streaming because, yeah, I found someone. We've been going on dates and stuff. Oh, that's real cute. Nah, man. Video games. What do you think I am? Some kind of normie? If. Okay. There is not really much of a... I can't skip. That makes me unbelievably sad. There we go. Skip. It plays completely different from Chain Chronicle. So they made a sequel and completely overhauled the battle system. Better be turn-based. Does look turn-based. I see the word turn on there. Okay, so what are you trying to... Oh! Okay, I can get on board with this. Is this kind of like what Neptunia did? Oh shit, it is! I can get on board with this. Okay. By the way, did you guys hear Pretty Derby is getting an English localization? I'm gonna say I'm eating crow on that one. I was so unbelievably certain they would never sort out the licensing issues. We would never get a localized version. But the producer came out and said they're working on an English localization for it, or rather, an international localization for it. So that's on. I did not expect this. I'm super excited for that because, granted, as much as I'm not into the whole idol sphere stuff, and I don't really care for like the whole anthropomorphized like animals and stuff, like human forms, Pretty Derby's game quality is absolutely top notch. The graphics are amazing, really well optimized. It plays really smooth. The actual content is, I don't know if I'd say deep, but there is a degree of depth. It's not so much I'm playing it because I love what it offers. I'm playing it in the hopes that I can get more people to play it to make a point that we want more high quality mobile games instead of just like constantly churned out crap. Punishing Gray Raven, Pretty Derby. What else off the top of my head here? What am I playing right now that's like decent quality? That's actually pretty much it. The rest of the games I play are using like old engines, or they're just old games in general. But I do want to see, because mobile has like such a bad stigma because people, oh, it's mobile, the games are just like, you know, console wannabes, and you know, it's all just, you know, predatory stuff. It's nah, man. Look at what you're playing on your computer right now most of the time, right? Outside of single player games, almost every multiplayer game has gacha mechanics in it now, right? All the popular shooters, arcade games, whatever, it's all lotto box crap, and that's fine. But I just want to see more high quality games because it's possible on the platform. They just have to play within the bounds given to them. Like, we can easily get like a full RPG experience on the phone with no issues. Like Dragon Quest, a new turn-based Dragon Quest, beautiful. It would go great on mobile, but it would obviously do better on console. But, you know, what's to stop them from doing it? You know, port an old Dragon Quest game or something, right? It's there. We've seen the quality that we can get from mobile games with these big releases, and I just want to see more of it. And that's why I'm going to play Pretty Derby, is because I want to support these high quality games that have a lot of investment in them. I want game developers hopefully to know, hey, you know, if we make really good looking games, they will come, right? That's why you know, Honkai Impact, when it hit PC, people were hyped for, because it looked good. Granted, it looked good for a older game. If they remade it, like Star Rail, for example, when that's coming out, that's another one of those, it looks really good, and it's going to do well purely based on it looks optimized, looks really clean, and uses an art style that people are relatively familiar with Honkai and Genshin, right? So yeah, I do have a few friends that are like super into Derby for their own reasons and stuff, and they definitely brought me into the social sphere to try it. I tried it and it was really nice. Just a overall like graphically pleasing experience, which is interesting. Gameplay and animation are really interesting. So I obviously haven't played enough of Sin Chronicle to really get that. Most of my time's been spent talking so far. But what I will say is I am quite impressed with what they've managed to accomplish on this platform so far with what I've tried. They've given very simple controls and mechanics. Now, one thing I will say is when they did the first tutorial for how to move around, I 100% think what they should have done was put an overlay of like a little control pad or something on the screen and then showed swiping up to show, hey, yeah, you do this and it's moving, and then fade it out to invisible. The players then have that connotation of there's a directional pad here, or even just leave it there and put in the options to make it, you know, transparent or whatever. But I feel like having that instead of just having a finger on the screen dragging, because the first thing I did was I tried tapping, you know, the character icons and dragging from there, which obviously wasn't what you were supposed to do. But based on the context clues that were given, it wasn't exactly the most in-depth. Granted, minor complaint, but considering that was given oversight, I feel like as I play more of this, I'm going to start seeing a little more oversights here and there for whatever reason, one or another. You know, it's like a double-edged sword trying these new games out, because, like, I like, so far, the mechanics seem interesting. There seems to be depth to this. It looks like it can be fun, but it's in Japanese, and I'm not going to be able to get the full experience of the game because of that, which is fine. You know, it's a personal thing. But I always find that with these games, it's kind of a 50-50. Do I want to continue with this game and potentially find myself, you know, bored of it when it gets an international release, and then I don't want to play it there, even though I'd probably get a better experience? Or do I want to wait for a potential localization that may never happen, right? It's kind of a catch-22, I guess is the best way to put it. If I play the game before the English release, I'm not going to want to play on both servers. I'm only going to want to play on one. So I'd be stuck on whatever the original server was. That's why when I tried Arknights, if you guys remember, way back when, I did a quick video about different mobile games, and I talked about Arknights briefly and my experience with it. I had played the original launch server right out of launch for a while to kind of get a feel for the UI and everything and general gameplay. Yeah, you know, it's really nice. And I stopped playing it. I'd had enough of tower defense and all that, but I know that if I had continued playing it, I wouldn't have wanted to play the global version even though all my friends were playing it, because I had already played a bunch of it. I guess I'm just like that kind of person when it comes to games, is I don't like playing the same thing multiple times unless I truly enjoy it. You know, really good RPGs. You know, I don't mind doing Persona, don't mind doing Golden Sun, don't mind doing Artanelico. Those are all really fun games for me, and I love playing through them multiple times over the span of, you know, multiple years. You can't really do that with a mobile game. Two very different experiences. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm sitting at here, is if I start playing this a bunch and I find that I really enjoy it and playing it and everything, it's going to be really difficult for me to come to that decision. Chain Chronicle, from what I understand, did get localized relatively quickly over in the West. I think it took like, what, a year or something? 1 or 2 years? 1 year is on the quicker end, 2 years is on more the average end. So, what did he DM me? Ah. More memes. Ah, the monk archetype. Love it. Gundam Aerial is the name of the new Gundam. This is by Sega. Thing is, just because a game is made by a specific developer doesn't mean that like things are going to be localized or whatever in a certain way or certain time frame. Because within a company, you know, it's not Sega that has all the say on it, unless, you know, they are the IP holders and everything, and they're also the developers and the publishers, in which case, yeah, they do have a lot of say over it. But typically, you'll have a different company making it, and then one of these big names will publish it. So the publisher will say, you know, oh, even if the developer's like, oh, we really want it in this market because it did really well, you know, here, 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 and here, and look at all these international players. So the publisher goes, no, that's pretty much it. So, yeah. TLDR, just because a company has localized games in the past to a region, I never assume that that's going to be a good reason for them to do it again. It gives a good reason as to why they'll do it again, but never a guarantee, ever. It's a hit or miss if it gets localized really early. Look, if they localize this game within 2 to 3 months of the Japanese version coming out, I'll tell you right now, almost all the Chain Chronicle players will hop over to this, at least the international ones. But if they delay this for like 1.5, 2 years, they're going to probably lose a lot of the older audience. Because, like, okay, for example, right now, this is so topical, okay? Dragalia Lost, closing down, game is dying, okay? If Games goes, hey guys, we have a sequel thing to Dragalia Lost that we're doing. It takes kind of the gameplay mechanics and the character art, but we're going a completely different direction with it. We're going to try like a turn-based thing instead of this live combat bit. Maybe you guys will like it, maybe you won't, but we'll see. And then they release it Japan only. And that's it. For the next 1.5 years, only Japan, right? Whether they VPN lock it or not, okay? That will kill so much of the player base versus them saying, hey guys, we're doing this and we're releasing the English version within a couple of months because we know how popular the game was overseas. All of a sudden, the player base that got burned by Dragalia Lost has this new thing to focus on. It's, hey, it's a sequel to a game I really liked and enjoyed. They'll hop right on it. But if you wait too long, you lose a lot of the player base. And that's what I'm kind of seeing, like, looking at this, you got Chain Chronicle and then Sin Chronicle. For the people that were really invested in the story, if they don't speak Japanese or read it, there's no way that they're going to follow the story in Sin Chronicle, even though they really want to play it because it's a sequel and they like the story. They're going to have to wait for the English version. If they have to wait multiple years, chances are they're not going to wait. They're going to just play other stuff, and eventually when it comes along, it's like, it took too long, I'm playing other stuff, I got other stuff I'm doing now, whatever, right? Again, I'm not a marketing guy. I don't know what these companies are thinking, power to them. You know, they got teams for this kind of stuff. But when I look at games and I see them taking, like, Legend of Heroes is like 3 years behind on localization, it kills me because I want to play these games. I see Japan playing a game right now that I want to play, but I have to wait until like 2025. Why? That's so ridiculous to me, right? By the time I get it, there's going to be so many spoilers going on threads within the weeks of it coming up because Japan's had it for years. They've unearthed everything. There's nothing new to explore or find, right? You go online, and if your circle of friends plays it, they'll spoil it all instantly for you. Rune Factory 5 is the same, right? It took them a year and a half or something to localize this game for the West. You know, I get it. You know, it is what it is. You just kind of got to put up with it. But we get it, and like everything is documented, everything is done, and it's just, you know, follow the path laid out. That's why I'm doing my best to not look up anything Rune Factory online. I'm not watching any videos about it, not even searching it in Google, because the second I do, everything's going to get spoiled for me and just ruin it because it's all been completely ripped apart already. One thing I will say, though, one thing I will say, I'm really glad I'm not seeing a VPN lock on this. I am really happy that there is no VPN. Or rather, region lock. That seems to be something that's showing up more in mobile games from overseas now. At least within the last, like, 4 months, we've seen more region-locked games released than we have in, like, the last couple of years. I'm not saying it's a trend, I'm just saying it just so happens that the last short burst of releases have been region-locked, and that's really weird. So I'm really happy to see this isn't one of them. I don't even know why all these games are being region-locked. It's not like it hurts them to support, allow people outside of the country to download and play the game. Whatever. I really want this tutorial to be done so I can actually appreciate the menus and kind of poke around a little bit and check under the hood. Because, like, that main menu looked really clean from the little bit of time that I've looked at it and worked with it, but I really want to actually poke around a little bit and see what we're playing with here. Because that's always a big deal for me. Yes, I get it. A ton of free stuff. I'm really happy, but I really want to just look at the menus and play the game. Can you please let me be free? Thank God. Okay, let's take a look. What are we working with here? See, it's little things. Like, I really like this. I really like that there's like a little drag marker. It does nothing for gameplay. It's so minimal. But like I see it, and it's just like, wow, this menu's really open. Like this is okay. Let me hide my my graphical stuff here real quick so you guys can kind of understand what I'm looking at here. Look at this. Look at how clean this is. Let me actually shrink this down a little bit because I realize that not all of it's there. Look at how clean this UI is. Just appreciate it. We have our chosen character, who I'm assuming we can change pretty easily, front and center. There's no big UI panels in the way or anything. You can just kind of enjoy them, except for, the new beginner stuff, but that'll disappear after a while. That's fine. Your left side is just nice minimalist icons. I love it. You got your big 3 banners for your game modes over here. Your core data is just tucked away in this little corner. Look at that. Is that a full screen button? Look at that. Just, I love it. And it's instant. There's no lag. There's no buffering. It's the little things. It's the little things. I love it. Like, I really like clean interfaces. It's something I really, really, really enjoy. It doesn't even have to be like, oh, this is like a Chinese game where there's like 100 icons everywhere. Even if you look at stuff like FGO, right? The main, whoever your home screen character is typically cluttered up by a bunch of UI nonsense, right? Even Grand Blue Fantasy, it's the same deal, right? It's the little things that really make me enjoy, playing stuff. And this is definitely one of them, a clean interface that doesn't make me feel not really claustrophobic, but something that's like cluttery. And this does a really good job, I think, of just kind of being open with it. That's really cool. Okay. Oh man, I am really liking this menu though. Snappy load screens. Dang, man. Huh. Okay. Well, let's do some multis. Is this paid only? Yeah, paid only. Okay. We'll do the free. Well, I like that gold coloring. That seems to be a pretty good sign. Well, I definitely saw a rainbow there. Oh, oh, look at that. I should check out rates after this. All right, let's see what my first roll gets me. I don't know any of these characters. I don't know if they're related to the past game or not. All I know is that is a really cool set of armor. Okay, that's interesting. Ah, the legendary 1-star character. What the heck are you? Oh, that's cute. I'll double check in the settings for a option for English, but I highly doubt that this is going to be a multi-language game off launch. That's a Cygame special. Alright, we should be into my gold and rainbow soon. Hey, you were on the banner photo. Okay, so 3 stars the high rarity for this. Or is it not? I'm confused now. What's the difference between 3-star and rainbow? I'll skip all this because I can't understand anything you were saying. She's cute though. Very interesting. Alright, let's do another multi and see what happens. Oh, that's a good sign. It's a pretty good sign, guys. Ah, so I got 2 golds and a rainbow. 3 golds and a rainbow. Fancy. Definitely want to check the rates after this. Am I luck shitting or is this normal? Alright, so new phone, who dis? Oh, the other person that was on the banner. Hey, Lamau, I got both the banner characters and 2 multis. I don't know what that means. Oh, another fairy. That's cute. Alright, another 3-star. New phone, who dis? You look like a lunatic, sir. Back to jail. Oh, 2-star fairy. Nice. Ah, dupe of that gentleman. A new 3-star. Okay, who is it? Interesting. Alright, let's just skip the rest of this. Go to the next new character. Another fairy. Cool. Wonder if that X button just directly skips all dialogue. Oh no, just hides the dialogue stuff. Cool. This is a really clean interface. I am a big fan of this. Nice. All right. So, let's see. What are we working with here anyways? Brand summaries. Huh. Okay, so 2% and 4%. So that's actually pretty good rates, all things considered. Alright, let's do my free roll on here, I guess. Ooh, nice. Another 3-star fairy. Okay. Well, let's go check out what I have available in terms of party and go from there, I guess. Is there a... Ah, yes, there is. Nice. However, I'm, What was the... Was that button, right? No, that was for switching stats. Ah, it's just a quick tap. Okay, Spirit. I guess they all already have spirits equipped. Very interesting. Okay. Alrighty. So with that out of the way, let's collect my achievement stuff. Yeah, so it's a 2% rate up for 3-star characters and a 4-star rate up for 3-star fairies. Seems to be what the dialogue was saying there. Which is slightly lower than the average. It's typically 3% for SSRs or the highest rarity. And then I guess it depends on the game, but it's like 5 to 10% for like equipables and stuff. So, all right. Well, let's try out my new party. Hey, CRP, what's up, man? Oh, I forgot to check the settings for an English option. I'll do that after I'm done this mission. I'm curious. Oh, nice. You get instant access to the speed boost stuff? Sign me up. Auto instantly 3x. Oh, that's going to be clean. Oh, okay. And the fairies have their own independent... Right, yeah, because it was like showing 1 out of 20 for the fairy levels too. Okay. This is definitely one of those things where I will probably try it out when it gets released overseas. There's even an auto run. This is like... I don't know why, but I'm getting like some vague, like... They looked at Dragalia Lost and said, hey, there's some good stuff here. Yeah, I don't care, cat. Let's see. How does the auto run do? Does it skip treasure? It does skip treasure. Okay, so that's good to know. I don't know what that crystal is. I'm kind of excited. Ooh. Okay. Very interesting. Like, even has the big, like, blue auto circle around your characters when you're using auto. Again, it's just the little things, you know? So, when you're using auto, it skips treasure. It literally follows the path of least resistance to your target. If you ever played Tales of the Rays, they use a very similar function for auto-clearing maps, where it would find the shortest way to get from your destination to the target and follow it. All treasures would be ignored unless they were directly in between you and where you're trying to go. And it's not a bad system to use. It's very simplistic on the AI side where they don't have to worry about treasure or anything. And it gives an incentive for players to play manually, or at least keep their eye on the game as it's doing auto stuff instead of just walking away. I had to manually walk up to those treasure chests as it was running around. If this has... Oh no. Oh boy. So what I'm thinking here is it's not only a character and fairy gacha, but also a weapon game. If it is, I think that's a lot of stuff to micromanage and work on improving. I think that's too much. Why not use their other skills on this regular attacking? So I guess you didn't know. Oh yeah, you wouldn't see because my camera thing's in the way. But I was using auto. I wanted to see how the auto system was functioning in this. Because every game does auto differently, so I wanted to kind of get an idea of how it worked in this. Yeah, we'll equip that. It works for me. Cool. Cool. Alright, let's go back to the home screen real quick. Alright, character swap. Instead of you, we're going to put you. Instead of you, we're going to put you. And instead of you, yeah, we'll put you. Sure, save. Okay. Settings. No, you have like a OST soundtrack playback thing? That's actually really cool. Okay. So as I thought, there's no real setting in here to change the language over to English, at least nothing blatantly apparent. Okay. I wasn't expecting much there. Do you need a swipe to change characters on the main screen? Yes, swiping left and right changes. There's also little arrows you can tap as well. Neat. So this is the gacha icon. So that's what I was seeing all through there. Okay. I guess this is some kind of like starter banner thing they're promoting. Okay. And then they have their special rate up banners and stuff that they have going on. Okay. Straightforward. Now, is this a spark system? That is a spark system. How does one obtain those medallions? Through paid only. So if you're a whale, you can get the characters relatively quick. What's the cost of these things? I didn't check when I was here before. Crystals. A multi-is 1,500. About $30 for a multi-roll. Okay, that seems pretty standard. Although the prices aren't scaling very well. How much is 500 crystals? Oop. 500 is about $10. Yeah, no, it's pretty much a one-to-one scaling. There doesn't seem to be any real benefits for buying big packages or anything in here. Okay. And then they have a season's pass thing, or not a season's pass, but a 30-day pass. Okay. So the pay stuff's not really that great, because it's pretty much a one-to-one. You don't really get any bonuses for buying in bulk. Alright, let's try doing some stuff manually, see what I can do about using their skills and stuff. I want to see what these characters can do. Skip. Alright, let's do our second page of what I'm assuming is the aforementioned Sin Chronicle. Yeah, this traversing really just reminds me a lot of Tales of the Rays. Alright, so let's see what we do with our skills here. Ooh. Now, is this friendly or enemy? Okay, so friendlies get marked in red, hostiles don't. So this is going to be a friendly skill. Okay. Defense up, I'm assuming, based on the shape of the rune and everything. Thick. Okay. Nice. So this chick seems to be a very defensive-oriented character. Heals and buffs. The archer is definitely more in the offensive category. Okay, so there's archetypes to be had here. Okay. Alright, so let's find door number 1. Big crystal. Cool. Oh, you have a little dash meter. I find that a little bit on the silly side, considering like what we're doing, running around the overworld, but okay. Swoosh. I really want to see what happens with the special attack, so I'm going to play really defensively here. Probably take a ton of damage, but I really want to see what happens. Good thing she's got a heal. Let's try to not get my friendly in the line of fire here. Alright, so on the final boss, I should be able to charge up a attack there. I can assume you can dash past enemies. Oh, we got a troll in the chat. That's neat. Where's the... Oh, I can't do it through... Give me a second here. And hide user, and then nuke the comments because I don't feel like dealing with it. Cool. Problem solved. Okay, back to what we were doing. And I'll also just refresh the chat real quick. There. Alright, back to what we were doing. Okay. So, second to last boss. I'll get everyone's... Actually, I want to see what it does first. Actually, I'm really curious here. If I do this... Let's move a little closer. Beautiful. So her special is some kind of big shield. I'm going to use that in the next fight. And turn... Yeah, sure, I'll run up and give you a good old poke. And there's no hope of you using your special this time. So next fight, we'll take a look at local tank healer and archer. Skip it all. All right. Not allowed to do a 3x, eh? Now, if I do a turn end, where do you... Oh, you go to the end of the line. Okay, okay, okay. So let's see what happens with your special. So there is actually a full cut-in animation for it. Okay. So, big defense buffs, heals. Okay. Ooh, nice damage. Alright. Let's make sure my team's not in the way, although I'm pretty sure there's no friendly fire. Alright, let's see yours. Okay. Nice. Attack down, defense down, it's crippled. Man, we bullying. We really bullying this sucker. Alright, I don't know what that means. But a rank up of some sort, I reckon. Ah, okay. So, campfire chat, it looks like. Okay. Okay. I sit here and I nod, but I know not for what I nod at. Alright, do I get another for another multi? I don't think so. No. Okay. So, what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to wrap up here. The stream's already gone on longer than I expected it to in the first place, because of Sin Chronicle. Now, my impressions on this, very brief impressions, mind you. Like, it's not bad. It feels enjoyable. I am also a big fan of turn-based, so I think it's a little bit on the biased side. Even for someone that doesn't really understand the language, it's intuitive enough that I'm able to figure out most of what I want to do. Definitely love the UI. The pictures next to all of the options are really nice as well. It helps people that don't speak the language create the ties they need to certain buttons so they know what to press and when. Goes for in battle too. Everything is clearly marked in things that are internationally understandable, mostly numerics. Obviously, detailed things like skills and specifics are marked down in Japanese, but that's fine. The overwhelming majority is mostly understandable by an international audience, and I find that's nice. Yeah. I believe I will stop playing this though, because I really want a international version to come out, because I really want to play it in a language I fully understand. But based on the small amount of time that I played, it's pretty fun. That's pretty much all it boils down to. Anyways, so with that, I'm going to wrap up this little just like chill and chat thing. I got more Rune Factory. I actually got bed and then Rune Factory. It's already freaking like 2 a.m. For everyone that stopped by, thanks for tuning in, checking it out. Yeah, I'll see you all in a couple of days for my next scheduled stream. Should be a GBM content drop stream, and I'll figure out if I'm doing more of the new account stuff on that day or not. But see you then. Peace out.